We're going to talk about the different types of applications for the types of calls and which situations you'd want to use them in. This is the Jukebox. It's a waterproof call. I really like to use these calls in maybe windy days or even to try to locate that turkey. With these box calls, you can really reach high volume and several different sounds to either make that turkey gobble through the form of a shot gobble or to effectively call him in. So that's what I like to use a box call for. And then here's your traditional pot style call. This is a Primos-Foggy Bottom. I really like to use these pot style calls when a turkey's at maybe mid-range. So say you've located him with a locator call or a box call. I really like to use a pot call to get the turkey from mid-range into what I would call close range. So that's a pot call. I really like the different sounds that you can get with these types of calls. With a little bit of practice, you can become fluent quickly. So I really like pot calls just for that mid-range area, anywhere from 100 to 350 yards. So this here is a push button call. I really like to use these push button calls when the turkey's in really close. This one here actually mounts to your gun, so you can actually reach out and call with it at the turkey, just to get him to maybe close some very, very small final distance, or to potentially get him to raise his head for an ethical shot. So that's what I like to use push button calls for. And again, in that very close distance, and even sometimes out in that mid-range, depending on what that turkey may be reacting to, I like to use a mouth call. This here is a Primos Hook Hunter, and with a little bit of practice, you can make a lot of different sounds, turkey sounds, with a mouth call. And you can also accomplish a few different volumes and pitches with mouth calls. So I really like mouth calls for close range because they minimize movement. And then I also like the different sounds and pitches you can get out of different types of mouth calls. So those are the different calls and the functionality of each type of call. You can find all these calls and many more for this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors or at www.academy.com.